I was hired to babysit a child who only exists between midnight and 3 a.m. The ad on my university's job board was strange, but the pay was impossible to ignore. $300 per night to babysit for just 3 hours. As a broke college student drowning in student loans, I couldn't afford to be picky. The listing mentioned special circumstances and unique hours but was otherwise vague about the details. When I called the number, a woman with a soft, tired voice answered. She explained that they needed someone to watch their son between midnight and 3 a.m., 3 nights a week. The hours were non-negotiable. I'd be alone in their house during that time, as they needed to be away. She emphasized that punctuality was absolutely essential. I needed to arrive by 11:30 p.m. and could leave no earlier than 3:15 a.m. Is there anything specific I should know about your son? I asked. There was a long pause before she answered. Elijah is special. He's 6 years old and very well behaved. He just needs someone present. You'll understand when you meet him. The house was in an older neighborhood on the edge of town, a modest 2-story with a well-kept yard. When I arrived for my first night, Mrs. Keller greeted me with visible relief in her eyes. She was thin, almost gaunt, with dark circles under her eyes that spoke of chronic sleeplessness. Thank you for coming, she said, ushering me inside. My husband and I will be back at 3:10. Elijah's room is upstairs, first door on the right, but he'll probably come find you once he's here. Where is he now? I asked, looking around the quiet house. He'll be here at midnight, she said simply. There are snacks in the kitchen. Please don't leave the house under any circumstances between midnight and 3 a.m. It's very important. Before I could ask more questions, she and her husband hurried out the door. I heard their car start immediately, like they couldn't get away fast enough. The house was beautiful but eerily quiet. Family photos lined the walls, but strangely, none featured a child. I explored the living room, the kitchen, even peeked into the master bedroom, but found no evidence that a child lived there. Around 11:55, curiosity got the better of me, and I went upstairs to see Elijah's room. The door was decorated with colorful wooden letters spelling Elijah. Inside was a perfectly maintained child's bedroom, toys neatly arranged on shelves, a small bed with rocket ship bedding, glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling. But something felt off. The room was dustless, perfect, like a display in a furniture store. Nothing seemed used or lived in. The bed was empty and made. I checked my phone, 11:58 p.m. I decided to wait downstairs. At exactly midnight, the temperature in the house dropped suddenly. The air felt heavy, charged with something I couldn't name. A soft thump came from upstairs, followed by the creak of a door opening. My heart thundered in my chest as light footsteps pattered down the stairs. A small boy appeared at the bottom step. He looked perfectly normal, tousled brown hair, dinosaur pajamas, clutching a worn stuffed rabbit. He smiled when he saw me. Are you my new sitter? He asked. I nodded, my mouth suddenly dry. I'm Maya. You must be Elijah. He nodded enthusiastically. Do you want to play dinosaurs? Or we could watch cartoons. Mom lets me stay up when I'm here. His phrasing struck me as odd, but I brushed it aside. We spent the next hour playing with his toy dinosaurs. He was articulate and sweet, telling me elaborate stories about his dinosaur kingdom. Nothing seemed unusual except for one thing: he was cold. Not his personality, but his actual physical presence. When his hand accidentally brushed mine, it felt like touching ice. Around 1:30 a.m.